28 minutes onto the 7 o'clock hour. The real life story there from the man Stitchy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. The master has a plan for your life, right? Remember that. Nothing that happens in your life is a surprise to him. Always remember that. Sometimes you've got to go through the fire. You've got to go through the flood. He doesn't necessarily always make you, protect you from the fire, takes you away from the fire. Sometimes he makes you fireproof. Diamond won't be diamond if they don't go through the heat. You understand what I'm saying? Remember that. Always remember that. Yep. 27 minutes on to 7 o'clock. It's a Wednesday morning. Yeah. A good day to have a good day in a good way. Yep. Good morning. Reverend Samuel Caesar, good morning to you. Grace Peace from East Flatbush, Brooklyn, New York. Michelle Daniel, good morning. Catherine Phillip, good morning. Monica Mayrose Williams, yeah. Morning. We definitely will touch base later, just a little, maybe after lunch, right? Nice. 27 minutes onto this 7 o'clock hour. Good morning, Miss Diane Thomas, all the way in Moncton. Good morning, Larry and the entire family. How are we doing this morning? Hope everybody's doing fine, yeah? Good. Mildred Smith, good morning to you. Yolan Swan, good morning. Is everybody all right? Such a good day to have a good day. Ian Baker, good morning. Blessings to the GBN family this lovely morning. Thank you, bro.
To fulfill God's command, that is all I desire. All things are possible if we only have faith, if we only believe.
26 minutes on to 7. Let's see, what's the word of the day today? That word today is perceptive. 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 It means having keen insight. Having keen insight. Here's how we can use that word in a sentence. Her perceptive nature made her an excellent detective. Yeah. Perceptive. It's my perception that today is going to be a good day. Michael Hutchinson and family, good morning, brother. Yeah, there's a brother from another mother, yeah? Yeah, good morning to you, belated to the wifey. I know you made it awesome for her.
Sky, I'm not looking for birds, I'm not looking for signs. I'm beholding the glory of God and the beauty created for you and for I. So I know
Shivel Franklin in the back there.
Sure don't deserve what is done for this earth.
Erlin, good morning out in the U.S.
Son of the moon and the stars.
Good morning.
Oh, Jesus that shines. That's why I'm singing. I want to magnify your name. Just sweet your precious name. You've been real good to me. I'm giving you praises.
It's a good day to have a good day. Remember that.
I'm giving you praises.
Tivoli and La Poetry, good morning. River and Twine. Shiny, good morning to you. Yellow. What's up? Those of you in Carriacou, pretty much like the brothers and sisters out there, I know it gets scary at times, right? Whenever you hear of a system approaching us, I know how, Yeah, but don't worry. God is good, man. God is good. He will take care of you. Nice. Cicely Blackman, good morning.
Holy Spirit, fill my soul. Holy Spirit, take my soul.
Where's Yulin this morning? Yulin, where are you? Good morning to Miss Nurse Pierre and the folks at the intensive care unit at the General Hospital. Hope you're all doing fine, yeah? Hello, good morning to you. Nurse Pascal, good morning. The entire team. Nice. The motivational tip of the day is up next. Good morning, Nadisha. How you doing? Hope you're doing fine this morning. Yeah. Miss G, good morning. You and Holmesy too?
Just like your prophets in the days of old.
Nice.
Let your Holy Ghost fill my soul.
Turn discomfort into motivation. When faced with uncomfortable situations, remind yourself that growth occurs in discomfort. Yeah? You've got to go through it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, Yulin is here. I started to get worried, And she answered just like that. Good morning, Gordon. I'm right here. Oh my goodness. So happy to be with you all as usual. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Soup, good morning. What's up, bro? Now there are two Soups that I know, right? Soup Michael Pierre and also Soup Driving Boss over the hills. Good morning. All the bus drivers over the hills this morning, good morning. Red Hot, good morning to you. There's a drummer guy with you that walks in now. Once I tell him good morning for me. Drummy, what's up? Kenneth Nelson, good morning. What's buzzing this morning? Let's see what's buzzing. What's buzzing? A whole lot of things are buzzing this morning. Right, Grenada pursuing visa-free access to Canada. In the region, a 36-year-old soldier in Suriname is assisting police in the death of a male who was found dead in a vehicle. Internationally, Austria school shooting death toll rises to 7 after a victim died in hospital. In sports, Sammy expresses disappointment as West Indies whitewashed by England. Now I'm very certain he's gonna get some blows for that. There are folks who would say if Rovman Powell was captain. Jennifer Lawrence, good morning. Sweetie Williams, Jillian McIntyre. Man, cricket is just the game of glorious uncertainties. Oswald Pele Dabo, good morning to you. Folks, one of my brothers will be joining me this morning on the Money Wise program. Speaking of Bernard Bernie Wilson, the guy who danced like a butterfly and stung like a bee. He'll be talking insurance. So that will be part of Ariza's Money Wise this morning. So we look forward to that. Folks, we're well into the hurricane season, so I hope your preparatory mode is, it's up. Everything is in place. Yeah. Sharian Nichols, good morning. See you voting yesterday. Yeah. Sure, I'm going to deal with all you. Good morning to all the drivers. Don't forget we've got the traffic report coming up just around 10 minutes after 7 with Corporal Troy Paul. Good morning to the traffic department. Good morning to CID, FIU, SVU, the entire rank and file of the RGPF. Good morning. I'm not seeing Assistant Commissioner Cohen, Vanny Cohen. I haven't seen you in a while, bro. I hope everything is fine, right? What's going on with you? I hope you're good, huh? ASP Hall, good morning.
Holy Spirit, take my soul.
ASP Kutain.
Fill my soul. Holy Spirit,
Hall, you're good? 18 minutes on to 7. Petlin is back with us. Petlin, good morning. Hope you're doing fine. The south of the island, good morning. Good morning to DJ Danny and family. Minister Andy Williams, good morning. Yeah. Erlin is just saying good morning. How you do, Erlin? Hope you're doing fine, right? Hope you're doing fine. Good, good. Indra Maras, good morning. Samantha Williams. Those of you locked on in Trinidad and Tobago, good morning to you. Hope you're doing fine. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, good morning. Alright folks, it's time for us to head into the AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather. It comes up right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Take the first step to home your way with Nexa, where dreams of your perfect home are within reach. Follow your unique path to home ownership with the comforts you always envisioned. A space where every corner reflects your style and every room is filled with your memories. Whether you're buying land or your first house, building or remodeling your home, Nexa's Home Your Way loan is designed to fit your needs with flexible rates, friendly terms, and the support of a community that cares. Home Your Way. Your home, your dreams, your way. Start with Nexa. Call 440-1354. Visit nexacreditunion.com or email loans@nexacreditunion.com.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. Familiarize yourself with your electrical panel, as it may be necessary to switch off the power during a storm or flood. Make sure you install a transfer or isolation switch to prevent your generator feeding electricity to Grenlec's line. If trees are too close to power lines, call Grenlec at 237 for advice. By following these easy steps, you will be well on your way to being hurricane ready. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Wednesday, June 11th, 2025. Coming up in the news, Grenada pursuing visa-free access to Canada. In the region, a 36-year-old soldier in Suriname is assisting police in the death of a male who was found dead in a vehicle. Internationally, Austria's school shooting death toll rises to 11 after victim dies in hospital. And in sports, Sami expresses disappointment as West Indies struggles continue in England. We've got the details to these and more after these messages.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Gordon Joseph with the details. As Grenada deepens its diplomatic ties with Canada, questions surrounding visa restrictions remain top of mind for many citizens, both at home and in the diaspora. During a recent edition of DMs with the PM, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell addressed the ongoing efforts by the government to improve relations and strengthen diplomatic engagements with Canada, highlighting the recent re-establishment of Grenada's High Commission in Ottawa as a major step forward. We have more in this report.
Well, let me be a bit more accurate. From a Grenada end, we have been pursuing, since our government came into office, the lifting of visas from Canada. So in that sense, our request and our engagement with the Canadian government is ongoing, but there has been no recent discussions because, as you're aware, Canada only recently held elections. We've got a new Prime Minister. What I can say to the public is that we have a newly minted High Commissioner to Canada. We reopened, or opened, I should say, for the first time in Ottawa, the political capital of Canada, our High Commission office. It is staffed by Ambassador Sylvester Quallis, who, as you know, is a former member of Parliament for St. Andrew Southwest and a former government minister under the previous NDC administration, and that is one of the things that I've tasked him with.
The Prime Minister emphasized that while the process is complex and may take time, Grenada is committed to pursuing every diplomatic channel available to secure greater mobility and access for its citizens. The High Commission in Ottawa officially reopened in early 2025 and is expected to play a central role in strengthening bilateral relations, providing consular services, and advocating for the interest of Grenadian nationals living in Canada. Meanwhile, the government of Grenada has secured a US $100,000 in funding from the Multilateral Fund for the implementation of the Montreal Protocol to develop a full-scale project proposal for a revolutionary seawater air conditioning, or SWAC, and district cooling initiative. The funding approval was granted during the 96th meeting of the Executive Committee held from May 26 to 30th, 2025. This marks a pivotal step in Grenada's pursuit of climate resilience and sustainable development, enabling the country to establish a revolving fund that will assist end users in the refrigeration and air conditioning sector with transitioning to energy-efficient, environmentally friendly cooling technologies. The initiative aligns with Grenada's obligations under the Kigali Amendment to phase down the use of hydrofluorocarbons and will play a critical role in reducing greenhouse gas emissions. It also supports the country's broader commitment to clean energy innovation and sustainable cooling practices. Grenada will partner with the World Bank as the implementing agency for the development of the full project proposal. The final proposal is expected to be submitted ahead of the 90th Executive Committee meeting in the second quarter of 2026, where it will be considered for implementation funding. This initiative reinforces Grenada's position as a regional leader in climate action and sustainable innovation while advancing its commitments under the Montreal Protocol and global environmental agreements. Now that concludes the first segment of news. The local segments stay with us. The regional and international developments, along with the sports and the weather, are straight ahead. In the region, a 36-year-old soldier in Suriname is assisting police in the death of a male who was found dead in a vehicle. We've got this and more in the OCM report.
Police in Suriname say a 36-year-old soldier is assisting their investigations into the death of a man whose body was found in a vehicle with a gunshot wound. Police Public Relations says the matter has been investigated by the Capital Crimes Department in collaboration with the Paramaribo Investigation Assistance Team and the Intelligence Service of the Suriname Police Force. It explains the 36-year-old soldier who is attached to the National Security Directorate has been arrested, and after consultation with the Public Prosecution Service, the suspect was transferred to the military police. An autopsy will be conducted on the body of the man to determine the cause of death. The man's body was found in the vehicle on June 2nd. Oistins Barbados Bay Garden says it is officially back in business. That's the message from Kema Harris, who is the president of the Bay Gardens. He is urging patrons to return amid ongoing complaints from vendors about a slow rebound following an oil spill. Mr. Harris tells Starcom Network News that while cleanup efforts have been non-stop since the incident, the flow of patrons has significantly dropped.
Business is not 100%, but it is way better than where it was as expected. We still think that the message is not clear that Oistins Bay Garden and the surrounding businesses are open, so we just want that information to stretch to let persons know that the space and those businesses are open back. In respect to the work, as we can see on site now, the work is continued as progress continues to go every day to get the full situation rectified to 100%.
The oil spill took place last Friday. Most of the weekend was used by the authorities to clean up the spill. In Guyana, the Alliance for Change is raising concerns about the Guyana Elections Commission having to depend on the Attorney General for legal advice on matters related to the upcoming elections. AFC leader Nigel Hughes has written to the GCOM chairman, reminding her that the Attorney General is also a political candidate in the September 1st regional and general elections. Mr. Hughes says turning to the Attorney General for advice on the Commission's work will amount to a conflict of interest. In the letter, Mr. Hughes says since GCOM has not yet renewed the contract of its last legal advisor, there has been no move to appoint a replacement which is independent.
Against this backdrop, the insertion of the Attorney General, whose partisan affiliations and public political commentary are well documented, into the advisory framework of GCOM raises serious issues of conflict of interest. The role of the legal advisor to GCOM requires not only legal competence, but unimpeachable neutrality. It cannot be reconciled with the current role as chief legal advisor to the executive.
He also says relying on the Attorney General for advice would undermine the constitutional mandate of the Elections Commission and its independence. The Alliance for Change says the integrity of the elections must not be compromised.
And looking further afield, Austria is reeling after a devastating school shooting in the city of Graz claimed the lives of 10 people, marking the deadliest gun attack in the country's recent history. The tragedy unfolded on Tuesday morning at the secondary school located in the northwestern part of Graz. Authorities confirmed that the shooter, a 21-year-old former student of the school, took his own life in a bathroom shortly after the attack. Interior Minister Gerhard Karner stated that 6 females and 3 males were initially confirmed dead at the scene, with 12 others injured, some critically. Later in the day, one of the injured victims, a female, succumbed to her injuries in hospital, raising the death toll to 11. Police said the gunman, an Austrian national from the wider Graz region, acted alone. He was not previously known to authorities and reportedly held a valid firearms license. Investigators believe he used a pistol and a shotgun during the attack. And finally, attorneys for California asked a federal judge on Tuesday for an emergency order that would temporarily prohibit the Trump administration from using Marines and members of the state's National Guard to enforce laws in the state, including assisting federal officials with immigration enforcement. We have more in this report.
The state of California is seeking an emergency restraining order against the Trump administration's deployment of Marines and National Guard to conduct law enforcement on the streets of LA.
If we didn't send out the National Guard, and last night we gave them a little additional help, you would have, Los Angeles would be burning right now. Last night they had total control. If we didn't have the military in there, the National Guard, and then we also sent in some Marines, we had some bad people. We have people, they look in your face and they spit right in your face. They're animals. And these are paid insurrectionists. These are paid troublemakers. They're agitators.
Animals, troublemakers, insurrectionists. That's, of course, the president's words. The deployment of thousands of National Guardsmen and Marines to the streets of LA, just one way that President Trump is leveraging the United States military to project an image of strength. This afternoon, at the nation's largest military base, President Trump is kicking off a days-long celebration of the Army's 250th birthday. Today's display featuring flyovers, paratroopers, a simulated ground operation, all building, of course, to a military parade through the streets of Washington, set for Saturday. That day, Flag Day, also happens to be Donald Trump's 79th birthday. At any minute, the president will speak at Fort Bragg, and we'll bring you that live. And of course, we'll be listening for what he has to say, if anything, about the protests in Los Angeles, because that is where we start today with team coverage. We're going to have our panel weigh in just a few minutes, but we're going to get started with CNN's Kristen Holmes. She's at the White House, and Nick Watt, who is live on the streets of Los Angeles. And that's where we're going to start. Nick, I want to go first.
And that's the regional and international roundup. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. Well, West Indies head coach Darren Sammy has voiced his deep disappointment following the regional team's continued struggles on the current tour of England, where they remain winless across both white ball formats. Speaking in a post-match interview, Sammy said expectations were high heading into the tour, especially considering the competitive performances the team delivered against England in both ODIs and T20s in recent years. Now, England completed their white ball route of West Indies at the Utilita Bowl on Tuesday, underlining their dominance by securing a 37-run victory in the third T20 International, capping off back-to-back 3-0 series wins for Harry Brooks' first assignment as limited overs captain. England's first in T20s since 2021 against Sri Lanka was a vast margin that began with a mammoth 248 for 3, having been put into bat by Shai Hope. Ben Duckett's 84, which began alongside 60 from Jamie Smith, a maiden half-century in the format, set the platform with a 120 inside 9 overs. With the help of a series of cameos, including an eye-catching 36 not out from Jacob Bethel, England were able to post their second highest score in the format and highest at home. In reply, West Indies embarked on an unconvincing pursuit of a record chase. Hope's presumption at the toss that this pitch would stay consistent throughout did not bear to point. His side registered 14 sixties to England's 15, 4 of them from West Indies former T20 captain Robman Powell, who hit his 10th 50-plus score with a 45-ball 79 not out. With West Indies reaching 211 for 8, a new aggregate record for the T20 in England was set. The match also put England 19-18 in front on the historical head-to-head between the two sides, the first time they have led that metric. That's all the sports. Sad, but that's the sports. We'll have more sports for you during our luncheon edition and, of course, in our primetime edition. Stay with us, folks. The weather forecast is up next.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
All right, folks, for the latest weather forecast, we join forecaster Tricia Miller at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning, Tricia.
Good morning to you and good morning to you listeners of GBN. It's a partly cloudy morning here at the airport. Winds are from the east at 16 miles per hour. Barometric pressure 1014.7 millibars, which is above the mean, and it's rising. Present temperature 28.3 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 78%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 30.4 degrees Celsius, and the minimum temperature last night was 24.6 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, 4.4 millimeters of rainfall were recorded here at the MBIA. This brings the total for the month so far to 10.6 millimeters. Now the public forecast valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy, windy, and slightly hazy, increasing in cloudiness as the day progresses, with light to moderate showers, which may become heavy at times, and possible thunderstorms overnight. There's a chance of flooding overnight. Winds east, northeasterly to east, southeasterly at 14 to 24 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Today's maximum temperature is expected to get up to 30.5 degrees Celsius. Seas moderate to rough, waves 7 to 10 feet in open waters. A marine advisory remains in effect. Tides will be low around 9 a.m. and high about 3 p.m. Sunset this evening at 6:32. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 5:42. So just to recap, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy, windy, and slightly hazy, increasing in cloudiness as the day progresses, with light to moderate showers, which may become heavy at times, and possible thunderstorms overnight. There's a chance of flooding overnight. From the Met Office, Tricia Miller.
Thank you very much, Tricia. Have yourself a wonderful day now.
Thank you. Same to you.
All right, folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited. At 5 minutes after 7, here is where we do a recap of the headlines. Locally, Grenada pursuing visa-free access to Canada. In the region, a 36-year-old soldier in Suriname is assisting police in the death of a male who was found in a vehicle. Internationally, Austria's school shooting death toll rises to 11 after victim dies in hospital. And in sports, Sammy expresses disappointment as West Indies struggles continue in England. That has been the AM edition of news for today, Wednesday, the 11th day of June 2025. On behalf of the entire news department, I'm Gordon Joseph, thanking you for listening and viewing, wishing you a productive day, a safe, protected day from the rain, and extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere.
Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinair Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
If you are 50 years and over or turning 50 in 2024, our 50-plus car insurance is perfect for you. It's loaded with free benefits like loss of use, special perils, and windscreen cover up to $2,500. Getting to 50 is filled with ups and downs. Let's celebrate these moments together and look forward to 50 more. Call Beacon Insurance at 440-4447 or log on to beacongrenada.com to get a free quote today. Special conditions apply.
The Mass officially starts now as Spice Mass Cooperation together with Aura Caribbean is turning up the thing all the way up with Carnival City Fusion Thursdays. It all kicks off on Thursday, May 29th and continues every Thursday into June. We're bringing the vibes to the Port Louis lawn. Gates open 7 p.m. Action starts 8 p.m. Get ready for live performances from your favorite soca, groovy and calypso artists, plus the sweet sounds of steel band, live bands, and all the mass elements you love. Veko, Jab Jab, Short Knee, Moko Jumbi, Apache, and more. It's more than a line. It's a whole carnival experience. So grab your crew, bring the energy, and come let's celebrate where culture meets pure excitement. Carnival City Fusion Thursdays, Port Louis Lawn, beginning May 29th and continues every Thursday into June. Come, let's play a mass, cause the thing starts.
Grenada is indeed beautiful and worth exploring. We firmly believe that you should be allowed to do so. Why not explore Grenada with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours? Whether you decide to explore Grenada with your family, spouse, or large group of friends, we are ready to welcome you. Our tours are guaranteed to leave you with wonderful memories of Grenada if you are visiting and excitement if you live here. Book a tour with us now by visiting our website www.jamessvcs.com. Call 1473-442-3769 or email info@jamessvcs.com. James Services Corp Off-Road Tours.
I am Dennis James Williams, owner and director of James Services Corp. Looking forward to welcoming you to the beautiful island of Union to explore with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours. See you soon.
Explore our beautiful island of Grenada from an angle that is unique and off-road, but equally fun. We are 100% family-friendly tours.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi!
All right, folks, it's 10 minutes after 7 o'clock, and at this time we endeavor to bring to you the traffic report as being presented by Corporal Troy Paul from the Traffic Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force. Good morning, Corporal Paul.
Good morning to you and also to your listeners. And as I said, it's that time again where we bring you the traffic report for the day. It's Wednesday. And all the persons who are heading out, whether you're driving, you're walking, or you're moving by cycle, I want to give you that traffic update this morning. It's a quiet one this morning, I must admit, by getting information from all the various, such as Grenville, Robb, and even the St. George's area. It is rather, the traffic is rather quiet at the moment. So persons traversing through any of those streets can do so with a bit of ease as they go through our towns and all our nearby adjoining roads. But what we do expect as we get closer to the 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock hour, that these roads will no longer have that slow movement of traffic. It will start, we get that moderate flow of traffic, and then certain areas become congested, or we have a little delay in traffic. And the areas are as follows. We have the Calibini onto the Toby Road, and then the Grand Dance Public Road. We also have this morning, well, started this week, we had the U.S. ship. So part of the Queen's Park Public Road will be one-way to vehicular traffic. So we expect a little delay along that road during the course of today. I just want persons to be aware as well. We do have one minor vehicular accident this morning along the Q&A James Boulevard. So persons traveling along that area, an accident recently occurred. So you be cautious along that road and expect a little bit of delays. However, officers are already on the scene attending to that accident. So pretty soon that road will be clear. And so far, that was mostly what we have for the traffic update this morning. So our traffic right now is rather a slow-moving. You can flow freely through any of those streets, but however, we know when we get closer to the 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock hour, persons heading closer to their work time, you will definitely see a build-up. But in certain areas, we have officers who will there to regulate those traffic and to make sure there's an easement so that persons could have that sort of free flow of traffic getting to or from their workplace. I want to just beat up a traffic tip this morning. Speak on seatbelt. Buckle up every time. Seatbelts save lives. It is simple. Ensure that every front seat passengers, including driver as well, that you buckle up, regardless of how short your journey. And remember, it is an offense under Section 74A2, and you can be ticketed or brought to court for failing to wear your seatbelt. And it is also a safety mechanism. So drivers, please, seatbelt save lives. So that will be all for our traffic report this morning. And I trust that everyone who have not left home as yet, please do so. Otherwise, you may arrive to work late. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much, Corporal Paul, and have yourself a wonderful day and the rest of your team at the traffic department.
Thank you very much as well to all your listeners.
Okay. Folks, that was the traffic report. It's 14 minutes after 7 o'clock. We take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we've got Money Wise with Ariza.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. Familiarize yourself with your electrical panel, as it may be necessary to switch off the power during a storm or flood. Make sure you install a transfer or isolation switch to prevent your generator feeding electricity to Grenlec's line. If trees are too close to power lines, call Grenlec at 237 for advice. By following these easy steps, you will be well on your way to being hurricane ready. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
Do you have multiple loan payments? Is your debt weighing you down? Ariza has the solution. Simplify your loan with Ariza's Simplify Loan promotion. Now you can combine all your payments into one easy, manageable loan. Enjoy lower interest rates, flexible repayment terms, and more cash in hand for what truly matters. Less stress, more freedom. Live comfortably while reaching your financial goals. Ariza helps you simplify your life because you deserve financial freedom. Apply now. Visit any Ariza branch or WhatsApp us at 423-4987.
Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union. Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union. Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union.
All right, welcome viewers and listeners to the conversation. The first segment of the conversation on Wednesdays is dedicated to our dear friends, family members from Ariza. And this morning I am joined, of course, by Miss Jade Henry, I'll tell you about her afterwards. You know, she might just start singing for us this morning because she's coming from a singing family, all right? But this morning she's here. She was with me last week, and of course, next to me, my immediate right is an old sparring, he used to dance like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Speaking of none other than Bernard Bunny Wilson. Yeah. And this morning we're continuing the conversation on disaster preparedness, having your emergency kit prepared. Ariza has been guiding us along the way how to prepare financially a financial disaster kit, and Bernie is here to blend in the insurance component of it this morning. Good morning, lady and gentlemen.
Good morning, Don.
Wow, you all sound so harmonious and melodious.
You're almost singing.
Yeah, I would consider you all in doing vocals this year, man. All right. How are you doing, Bunny? I haven't seen you in ages.
Good, thanks. I've retired almost 4 years. And,
retired?
Retired. Not tired, but retired.
Okay. That means you're tired again, you're retired.
That's the point.
Oh, that's good. But I always say, people from all parts of the world, our complexion, we don't retire. When we retire, we die. We work a little less. We work a little less and a little smarter.
You keep going.
Yeah, but it's good to have you with us, and Miss Henry.
Pleasure to be here.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing well.
Yeah, that's good. All right, so we're going to continue our conversation from where we left off last week as it relates to our preparedness for disasters. Whenever we talk disasters in Grenada, everybody thinks that we're only talking hurricane, but nowadays the dynamics have changed. All right.
It has, yeah.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of hurricanes, a lot of, not hurricanes, but earthquakes, a lot of tremors.
Yeah.
And with the prospects of, with earthquakes, the prospects of tsunamis and all these other things in them, increased. But we're into the hurricane season officially. So, let's start. What role does insurance play in disaster preparedness? I'm going to Bunny.
Well, what insurance seeks to do is to secure your property, secure your financial position as far as being able to replace what you may stand to lose in the event of catastrophe, hurricanes, earthquakes, storms, floods, fire. And so it aims to maintain your financial position, in that if you suffer a loss and you have to replace it yourself, you will be financially weaker as a result. But if you have insurance, then it secures that situation so that you will be compensated sufficiently to replace whatever you have lost.
Okay. As you say that, I remember, every time I hear these conversations, I go back to school days, and I could remember my POB teacher, Mr. Charles, teaching us that insurance is supposed to bring you back to that point you were at before whatever disaster or so forth.
Precisely.
Yeah. So, Okay. So, that's the role of the insurance, to assist with getting you back to that position you were prior to that misfortune or whatever.
Yes.
Okay. And having said that, are there different types of insurance that can be applied?
Yes. But the one that is most recommended is your general householder's insurance for homes, and a general insurance for property. Now, some people insure for fire only, and as it says, it's fire only. And that is not recommended, particularly in our part.
It's not wise.
It's not wise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask this. Now, from a riser's perspective, right? Someone comes to you for financing to get. Maybe I know I'm saying we because I'm a member. Mm-hmm. I'm a shareholder of a riser. All right.
Oh.
And we have a lot of promotions going on. You get your first home, you can, for purchasing properties and so forth. Now, how important is it, the insurance component of that financing instrument that you would give to a member? Is it of critical importance that if you're not insured, then the facility won't be extended?
Actually, it is. So, in fact, being insured or having proper and adequate property insurance is mandatory as part of the financing that someone would receive. It is written into the contract. It's a contract that you make between yourself as the borrower and the lender, and that's to protect both the lender and, in fact, to protect the borrower or the homeowner. What that usually means is that it does encourage you to get that insurance in case something happens. You do not have to seek further financing. You do not have to delve deeper into your own pockets to replace or rebuild or so on. So it is, in fact, extremely important that you do have coverage to protect both yourself and the financial institution.
And having said that, now, based on the value of the property that you're investing in, mm-hmm. the insurance premium could be a bit exorbitant, high.
Mm-hmm.
And does the credit union assist with paying that premium?
what the credit union can do to assist our members in coverage of the premium is we do plans and so on, so you can have a monthly savings towards it. So at the end of the year, when you do have to renew that policy, the entire bulk of that funds is not taken from your pocket and hits you very hard. All as well as if it's a very difficult situation, you can borrow to cover that premium, because of course you do need to cover yourself and the property.
And not only that, but also the credit union would want to ensure that in the event something goes south, the investment is secured. So the insurance is also in the interest of
the financial.
With insurance, right? Is there a time span within which someone can apply or seek insurance? So, for example, I am not interested in insurance throughout the year, except when June 1st comes and I know the likelihood of a hurricane or a storm coming. Can I come into the insurance company the 15th of May in preparation for that the June period?
Yes, you may. You may insure at any time, any point in the year. However, it is an annual cover. So whichever time you start, you'd cover the whole period. And the price that you pay, the premium you pay for insurance is calculated based on a hurricane period of X time and so on and so forth. If you only insure for the hurricane period, I don't know of any company that does that, but you might find that the premium might be twice as much as if you try to, well, it would be twice as much if you, or more than if you insure for the full period. So it would not make sense eventually. And then you have fires, you have floods, you have various other perils which may occur. But insurance is usually done on an annual basis. You may come in and insure at any time, except when there's a hurricane warning in effect or something that is about to happen. You see, it's not supposed to be something that has already started. Yeah? And that is a main thing. Now, people must also make sure that their sums insured are adequate. And when I say that, what do I mean? If your house or the cost of replacing your house, rebuilding a house like yours, is a not market value, a replacement cost, is $200,000. And you decide to insure your house for $100,000 because you think, well, if something happens, it won't be more than $100,000. What you're doing is under-insuring your house by about 50%. So it means that you are taking 50% of the risk yourself. Right? But you get to pay half the premium because you insure a house for half of the value. No. Where that turns around and kicks you is if you suffer a loss. Could you imagine you insure the house for $100,000, but it should be $200,000. Okay, so you insure it for half the amount. You have a loss that's $100,000, but you won't get $100,000. You get $50,000. Because you are sharing the insurance with the insurance companies. It's a kind of co-insurance, 50%. And so you don't want to risk that.
Exactly.
Right? So what you should do is make sure that every 2 to 3 years you check on your insurance to make sure that you're keeping up with inflation. Because as fast as the cost of insuring, of rebuilding your house increases, you should increase your sum insured.
Okay.
And once you do that, you're in good shape. Now, the problem with insurance is that you can't see it. You can't eat it. You can't touch it. And your neighbors can't admire it.
Except they get a copy of the policy.
Right? And so it's one of the things that people feel hard-pressed Why
do I have to do this?
Yeah. And we are all built like to be optimists. So you always think, oh, nothing will happen.
Yeah. God is a grenade.
Yes. Yeah. Until something happens. You know, and even after you've finished your obligations with a financial institution, I have seen, I mean, when I was at work, some people, I know of a few people who after Hurricane Ivan came in and want to pay the insurance that they lapsed almost a year ago.
Too late.
Yeah, too late. Yeah. So it's one of the things that you really and the next thing, if you look around Grenada today, I can bet you that a lot, maybe 80% of the homes that were not rebuilt were not insured. So I say to people all the time, if you think you can't afford insurance, then you really can't afford not to have it.
Yeah. Let me ask you this other question that just popped in my head. Now, you spoke of a scenario where someone insured their property for half of the value.
Yes.
Right? Is there a way that someone could gain by, let's say the property is valued at $200,000? After a disaster, I want to be much better off, so I'm going to insure my property for $400,000. So in essence, they over-insured. Is that a phenomenon that's possible?
People have been known to over-insure. It's a waste of money. There's no security in that. It's what it pays to be adequately insured. If you go 10% above, then you're protecting your situation to the fullest. Above that, you're wasting money. Because there are professionals who properly assess what the value of your house would have been. They're called adjusters. Okay? And they would know what the value of the house should have been and treat it accordingly. So it would be a waste of money to do so.
But when in coming to apply for that policy, would the adjusters be available to say, hey, this property is valued at $200,000 and not $400,000, and therefore make that adjustment with the premium that you'd have to pay?
What you're generally advised to do is get an estimate from a qualified person.
Okay.
Yeah, when you want to insure your house, but even with the questionnaire that you have, the proposal form, when the insurance person gets all of the information on that, an experienced insurance salesman or underwriter would be able to guide you and say, but that looks a bit high for this. I really recommend that you get
a second opinion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, as we talk about that, in the event of a loss, when the adjuster presents you with their findings, you also have the right, and you should get your own assessment of the claim, of the damage, to compare with that of the adjusters, right? So if you suffer a loss, you report it to the insurance company, they send out their adjusters. Now you are the one who have to find someone to rebuild, to fix. So you may go to the people who you expect to rebuild it and say, listen, what would it cost to have this thing properly repaired? And they would assess it and say, well, we would charge X amount, lay it out properly, and take it to the insurance company.
Okay. And then come to some common ground.
All
right. A quick question again. I don't want to leave Miss Henry out of the conversation too much, but can someone insure with different companies For example,
Yes.
the same house. Okay, I have my house. I'm insuring with your company for $200,000. Then I'm going to go to X company and insure it for $200,000 and so forth. So at the end, if a disaster does strike, I am being compensated from different. All right.
No.
That's what I want to know.
No, that's not allowed.
Okay.
Right. But what you can do is insure your property with two different companies to make up the full sum insured.
Okay.
I mean, it's half a dozen and six. It's but if you're not totally comfortable about putting all your eggs in one basket, you can say, well, all right, I'll insure for 50% here and 50% there.
Okay.
It amounts to the same situation finally, because it's all percentages.
And in addition to that, as we say that, I'm seeing Mr. Charles explaining it, because in the event that an insurance has to pay, or they usually do, similar to the financial institutions, you do a check.
Of course.
Yeah, generally.
You do a check,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
and then the policy of the insurance is supposed to return you to that position you were prior to the
event. Yeah.
So that comes into play.
Yes.
From Ariza's perspective, having heard all that Mr. Wilson has said, how can Ariza assist its members and prospective members in getting themselves insured or getting that level of education as to the importance of insurance, not just for the hurricane season, but for all forms of disasters?
As Mr. Wilson said here, insurance is about protecting your financial risk. So at the Ariza Credit Union, you would want to do or take every step, or we encourage you to take every step possible to ensure that you're protected against any possible loss. That would be in the form and in, as we said right now, hurricane season. But outside of that, we really want to encourage all our members to get and be insured, because it really will protect you. We've seen it work for multiple members. We've seen it work in a number of cases. So the Ariza Credit Union, we're here, we can assist a member in seeking the insurance. We can discuss with them or ensure that they are adequately secured. We assist you with, during the loan process, we assist you with reviewing your valuation, and we would encourage you to ensure that you're properly, adequately secured. And what we do want to drive home this morning especially is that you do ensure that your policy is renewed on time. Ensure that your premiums are paid. It is important. Sometimes, the date passes and someone doesn't realize, but we are into the hurricane season, and we would like to ensure that everyone remembers that that is an important aspect of it. Not just getting the insurance initially, but making sure that it's renewed year after year to ensure that that coverage continues and that the value that you're secured for matches your property, as Mr. Wilson expressed earlier.
Well, we've exhausted the time, but thank you very much. Mr. Wilson, any parting words, any advice?
Just to say to the public, please, secure your assets. Don't have to go hat in hand to the government and things like that. They're already under financial pressure. We all have that pressure. Maintain your independence. Insure your properties, insure them adequately, keep your policy in the right place, have it properly put away, and hope for the best, but insure your properties. Make sure you protect what you have already owned.
I saw a movie that I think it was in one of the Bourne's movies, either the Bourne Identity or the Supremacy, where he said, you prepare for the worst and you hope for the best.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Precisely. Yeah. It's like a parachute. You don't want to use it. You're on the plane and you don't want to have to use your parachute.
But you know it's there.
But it's right there.
It's there.
Yeah.
Miss Henry, any parting words?
Yes, I just want to say again, protect yourself first, but ensure that your property is protected.
Okay. Thank you very much. And folks, that's it for Ariza's Money Wise this morning. We take a commercial break and we'll be back. When we come back, we talk fitness. Stay with us. Don't you go anywhere.
Today's edition of Money Wise was made possible by Ariza Credit Union.
Take charge of your financial journey by switching to an Own Your Own loan at Ariza Credit Union. Ariza's Own Your Own loan is as unique as you are because we know one size fits all does not fit you. With Own Your Own loan, you get unmatched benefits including lower interest rates, flexible repayment options, discounted loan and legal fees, and savings from hardware suppliers. Tailor-made options that put you in control. Switch now and step into the life you were always meant to live with Ariza's Own Your Own loan. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future. Call us today at 440-1759 or visit our website at arizacu.com.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to the conversation, and now joined by two goodly gentlemen. This morning is a powerhouse morning. To my immediate right is Mr. Mando Sills, and of course Mr. Mitchell to the extreme. We've got a health fair coming up being put on by the Grenada Tourism and Hotel Association, of which Mr. Sills is a director. Good morning, bro.
President, good morning, my friend.
How are you doing?
Not too bad.
Yeah. Usually people like you usually want to stay in bed a bit later, but you're an early riser.
I'm an early riser. Yeah. Okay. I get up before the roosters.
you get up and make sure they wake up. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Okay, so we've got the GHTA has this health fair coming up, and give us some info into it. Give us some insights, because partnering with Mitchell Girls Health and Wellness is an awesome experience because they're the master of health fairs.
And Fit for Life Medical Services.
Fit for Life Medical Services. So, give us some backdrop on this.
Yeah, we at the GHTA recognize how important that our workers, which we have 1,000 workers work in the hotel industry, to be healthy, to keep fit. And that's why we partner with our friends here to have this health fair at Monrouge on Saturday.
Okay.
Very important, because one of the problems GHC faces too now, more and more you're seeing is people going down with health problems, health issues. So more and more sick leave. So losing 1,000 hours in manpower just through health. And it's not very good for us.
But that is an awesome initiative. I mean, for an entity like the Hotel Association to see, because you would find the hotels, you're more interested in your staff coming and get your rooms okay, and get your guests out and give them the best experience, and you expect them to just be on the go, but to be forward thinking as much as to think about, hey, in order to give me the best service, the quality service that we want our guests in terms of the experience for them to have, you must be healthy to do that. That's full thinking.
Of course, because the industry, you can't put it off for tomorrow. It must be done now. You can't say you want to play job. The guest has to eat. You have to be served. You can't say you had to home for family breakfast or family lunch on Christmas Day. You must work. That's important.
I can't work in that industry.
No. It can't go for tomorrow.
You can't tell me I can't play job.
You can play your job, but you have to work. Somebody have to do it. Yeah.
So, Mr. Mitchell, you've always been, your business have always been behind these, events. It seems to me that you have the health of Grenada at heart, because it doesn't matter what aspect of society here you're partnering with the Hotel Association. Tell us about your involvement.
Well, thanks for having us here, first of all, and
on the second attempt.
On the second attempt. But first of all, I'd like to say thank you to the GHTA, Grenada Hotel and Tourism Authority, for partnering with us, Fit for Life Medical Services, and Michelle's Health and Wellness, and Allied Laboratory on this venture. And this event was born about a year ago, 2024, in a discussion with myself and the director, and it's a year after, but it's still very relevant, right? So this one is called Fathers Matter, right? Right, that's you didn't know. So the name of this health fair is Fathers Matter. Actually, do you know what's coming up on Sunday?
Of course.
What?
Of course, Daddy's Day.
Right,
Daddy's Day.
That's the thing. So three of us here know that, but one of the things that I've noticed over the years is that it's a very downplayed or very small, it's a very low-key event, but I'd like to take the opportunity today again to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers in advance. And this one is about you men, you fathers, right? What we find is that sometimes women check, but the men, somehow we always very hesitant to check.
We put it off.
We're still doing research as to why, so this one is all about you men, fathers, men, although it targets the entire family, right? Because, come on, we can't do this for you if we don't include the family, because how are you going to come, right? I know it will take a sister, a daughter, a friend, girlfriend, a wife, a mother, or somebody to take us there. So basically, we're offering free health checks, right? Blood pressure, blood sugar, eye screening, dental screening, just name it, cancer screening, all the tests for the men free on that day at Monrouge Playing Field. So we're talking on Saturday the 14th, that's this Saturday, all right? Just put it on your calendar. It might be a little late now, but put it on the calendar right now. That's Saturday at 9 a.m. The place to be would be Monrouge Playing Field at 9 a.m., right? Just remember, Monrouge is in Grandance, that big playing field, right? So this is where we're going to set up.
Close to Wall Street.
Right? So this is where we're going to be having this health fair, because we think it's still very relevant. Our men are dying, our men are failing, whether it's hypertension, whether it's prostate disease, whether it's cancer, just name it, heart disease, diabetes. We are all affected, right? But the thing is, we are not getting ourselves checked early. And this is the issue. A lot could be prevented
needed. Just if we make one major little step and get ourselves checked, right? Because early detection saves lives.
This is an awesome initiative, and I really would like to implore the men out there, be a Zakar man and bring the family down on Saturday, and men need to take the first step.
Of course.
Because, I mean, despite the fact that the laws of society are against men, basically, because it's usually a woman, child, the dogs, the cats, and then men. But men have to start taking care of themselves. Right. And it's important. From, what's the male population in the GHT like? What, do you have an average?
No, it's females, a lot more females than male in the hotel industry.
Right.
Could be around the 60-40 figures, so yeah. But okay, last week you had King of the Grill. This week you had loads of men out there. This week you have King of Health.
And we challenge the men.
Yeah.
Men, we challenge you to come out and show that your health is not just about eating. All right, you are very participatory in the King of the Grill. Come to the King of the Health on Saturday.
King of the Health.
Yeah.
So fellas like we have. I want to see fellas like Mike, some of your colleagues inside there. All these guys.
Mike and Mikey. Make sure you be there, right?
Yeah, Joseph Cado.
Yeah.
Godfrey.
Joseph needs that.
All these guys, we need them out. We don't see them come down, right? So the ladies.
Me out,
but you're right here. Don't worry. So we hoping that the wives will pull out the husbands and the girlfriends will pull out the boyfriends, and so this is the whole essence of getting people out for this.
Chip, from a scientific perspective, right? How critically important is it that men, and we're talking from a statistical standpoint, I know you're a statistician in your own right, how important is it that in this dispensation, men pay attention to their health?
Right. It's important that everyone pay attention to their health, right? Because I mean, if you look at the family, the man plays a very important part of the family.
Oh, he's supposed to.
Well, the man, plays a very important part of the family, right? Even the woman as well, right? So I'm not saying this to downplay the role of the woman, but if our men are failing now, it actually shakes the family structure. Right, so the boys, the sons, even the daughters, let's start with the sons. They need that father figure, and just think about it. If you lose that father figure, that affects the whole family.
Yeah.
At the same, some people don't think about it, but I was thinking the other day, and I was thinking that the father, and that's the thing. I could be wrong. Well, some people might find I'm wrong, but I believe that the father plays a very important part in the upbringing of their daughters. Right? I know we always say, the sons need their father, but the truth is, I find that the father is a big role model, right? And the daughter has a way that she looks up more to her daddy.
Daughters gravitate to daddy.
And on the flip side, you find that the mother actually plays a very crucial part in the upbringing of a son.
Yeah.
Right? So I've looked at it and, I've analyzed it. I mean, I was going to say I look at it in my family, but the truth is I only have sons. I have 3 sons.
Okay.
But the boys actually really do look up to their mother. And I think their mother acts as a role model for their future, right? What they're looking for.
Well, let me tell you.
And for the men, for the girls, the same as they look up to their father, and that father actually guides them. Actually, what would they look for in a future husband?
Yeah.
And
that was a discussion that was being held the last time, and it came to the conclusion that the boys look up to daddy for the father figure,
right?
But for the tender love and care, the soft love, mommy is always there. So when daddy would be stern and firm, mommy would say, okay, come, okay.
But it's a complete package.
That's it.
I don't want to lose my little train of thought there, because I had there was some statistics I was just going to give. So this health fair is free, right? So we're doing free checks besides the dental and the cancer checks and the blood pressure, the blood sugar, the diabetes, the eye checks, the BMI, and all these nice things. We're doing free prostate checks. Now, remember, I keep saying free, right? You do not have to pay at all a cent. Right? So you come in there, and then we would also even schedule a free PSA test, right? That's the blood test at Allied Laboratories. Of course, that's sponsored by the Grenada Hotel and Tourism Authority. So 100 men, right? So we're hoping to get at least 100 men will be allowed to go to the to Allied Laboratories. That's the lab. Again, it's opposite Excel Plaza. That's one of our partner businesses. So there's Allied Laboratory, there's Mitchell's Health and Wellness, and then there's Fit for Life. So you can come and get your prostate screened and tested through the blood, right? Okay. So what I'm saying is that, again, this is free. Right? So because I've seen some situations now, early detection, as I said, is the key. Now, if you don't do this now, 10 years from now, I know the cost. Everything is expensive. Food is expensive. Health is expensive. I know there are men out there that are suffering, right? Some are paralyzed. They're unable to walk. Some actually are urinating in a bag. I mean, I could give you the gruesome facts, right? Very gruesome facts. It's very horrible for men. It's very painful. The medication I'm talking about, you'll be spending over $10,000 a month on medication as a man, right? And now you have an opportunity to take this first step today, right? So you can choose that.
And it's free.
Right?
It's free.
Or you can wait the next 5 years, and then all of a sudden you hear that you have prostate cancer or some other disease, and then you need chemo. You need to be hospitalized, you need to be urinating through a bag, or passing stool through a bag, or you're bedridden, you're paralyzed, and then you die, of course. So I'm talking about your life, for the rest of your life, spending over $10,000 in medication, right? And medicals, right? Over $10,000. Could be 15, could be 20,000. I mean, that's just downplaying it, but you have an opportunity now to come and be tested for free. Early detection, right? Okay. Probably, I mean, early detection, if there's some little issue right now, you're able to treat it, you're able to become better, and you're able to live a longer and a healthier life, right? So just do the maths for yourself. Free versus maybe over $10,000 a month. Yeah. So guys, I'm begging you, as a man, I'm begging all of us to take this opportunity to come out to Monroe's Playing Field on the 14th. That's Saturday, strategically placed the day before Father's Day, and get yourself checked for free.
So that on Father's Day, when you're having Father's Day lunch, you can break the good news that I got tested yesterday and Daddy is healthy, and that would make that Father's Day lunch even more enjoyable. Yeah. Michael just said yes, we will be there.
Oh, good, Mike.
Yeah. So Mike, you'll have to pick me up, right? I'll need a ride. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The time is from 9 to about 2. That's the time we schedule for. Yeah.
All right. Usually when we have this sort of thing, we have light entertainment. Will there be any entertainment and refreshments and so?
Right. So the Grenada Amateur Bodybuilding Federation is going to be there, and they will be using the event as a fundraiser as well. So they'll be handling the breakfast and the snacks in the morning, and the bar basically will go towards the fundraiser for the Grenada Bodybuilding Federation.
And while at that, congratulations on you. I mean, the Bodybuilding Association is showing its beautiful head at the moment. I think you have a contingent heading to Guyana.
Actually, that was last weekend. So I want to take the opportunity to congratulate the team that would have traveled. And we had a bigger team that traveled to Barbados, and we won pro cards and whatnot. So this weekend, we had Luther come into third place, and we had also, oh my God, Mr. Kevin Frederick, I do apologize. So Kevin actually won his class in the men's bodybuilding, right? And they were accompanied by Coach Damien Daniel. Of course, Damien would have torn the Caribbean apart years ago, and he still talked about. So these guys now, they are continuing in his legacy.
I'm noticing now that Grenada is really showing its head and taking its place in the bodybuilding arena, and that's good. And I'm certain that on Saturday, men will be introduced, maybe not to be as chiseled as the guys who are contesting, but maybe a brief introduction into bodybuilding and fitness.
So it's interesting that you would say that, because I don't know why, but I missed it. So we'll have a fitness trainer on board as well to talk about health and fitness, diet, and exercises. So there'll be a lot of other activities during the morning as well, put on by the Bodybuilding Federation. There'll be some challenges, there'll be some fun events, whether lifting. Actually it will be a lot of fun. Just come and hang out with these guys, and they're basically gonna keep you busy for the day.
From 9.
Yeah, from 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, any parting words, Mr. Mando?
Sure. I've been telling a lot of my friends to, please come out on Saturday. To drag them out. Come down. Don't be shy. It's right there. It's free, as we said, and there we go. We need people, especially the men, to get involved, get themselves tested.
All right.
Very good.
Final words?
I echo what Mr. Mando said, but he said drag. It's unfortunate that you have to use that. You have to drag the men. Guys, come on. Why we always have to drag you? So just volunteer. You can say that to your friends. Say, guys, let's make a line down my Monroe. Let's call it that. Let's go down my Monroe and hang out with some other fellas. Let's take the family. Let's take the kids, because we also would have a pediatrician on site that can see your kids. And we have other doctors that could see your wives and your ladies and your girlfriends and your aunties and your grandmas. Just come down with the entire family.
Make it a family event.
Yes, a family event. Remember, fathers matter. Not only mothers, but fathers matter. Right? And just come down and just use the opportunity to get yourself checked.
Well, I'm going to take the opportunity and make a clarion call to all media practitioners. Let's make it a day that we, MWAG, pull out the squad from the Media Association. Let's go on down. Calypsonians, let's go on down. Let's go to Montrouge on Saturday and get ourselves checked.
And the whole GBN family.
And the media, we're coming. We're coming. JC is going to lead the line, so we look forward to a great day on Saturday. I personally will be there. Michael say yes, we're going together. Mr. Hutchinson and I will be there for sure if the others didn't come.
Yeah, good.
No, I'll be back, and if you're not there, I will be calling you out on air.
No, come back.
Because I don't have to come back, I have a few visits to make here.
Okay.
We have a few other events coming up. I wouldn't mention them yet, but health related, so I know I'll be back here.
You'll be back in less than no time.
In less than no time, and I'll make sure and call you out on every single one.
Okay.
What the GHT obviously now get involved in a lot of different things now. We understand we are not very known on the outside. When you're a GHT, the thing is GTA.
The
tourism, but the hotel authority. So get involved in a lot of things.
And Fit for Life is a member of the Grenada Hotel and Tourism Authority.
All right. Okay, well, gentlemen, we have to wrap it up now, but thank you very much. And like I said, we look forward to us being together on Saturday from 9 at the Montrouge playing field.
Thank you, my brother.
Folks, that's it. We've got to join the BBC momentarily.